Let's imagine you meet a really beautiful woman and you feel super enthusiastic about meeting her again, right? You're starting to have the butterfly, you start to imagine how the date is going to be and how the future will be with her. And then, for whatever reason, she starts to lose interest. She pulls away a little bit.
She lost interest and I didn't.
She's showing less affection. And suddenly you start to feel anxiety. You feel a little bit like shit. Maybe you want to act a little bit needy, right? From that place of anxiety, not feeling good enough, self-doubt and all of that. And obviously, because you act needy with her, what ends up happening is you sabotage the dynamic with this woman that was at one point interested in you.
Time when I had a thing for Penny and I thought she was into me too because she got drunk and naked and climbed into bed with me, but apparently I misread those signals.
And it keeps on happening and happening and happening, and you wonder, why the fuck am I attracting the same fucking situation over and over and over and over? Why am I getting rejected when it started so well? Well, my brother, I want this video to be an enlightening experience, because what you might not realize is that your childhood has probably an impact in your dating life right now without you realizing it. Because what you're in right now is a trauma loop. You have a woman interested in you, but for whatever reason, she loses interest out of nowhere. Right, from your current reality, it's out of nowhere, but we'll see that it's not out of nowhere. And then because she pulls away, you start to feel these negative experiences in your body, and then you sabotage the opportunity.
I fucked up.
This is, my brother, something that you can solve. Okay, you don't have to keep on repeating this. Now, most guys, whenever they find themselves in a situation like this, will be attracted to learn pickup lines. They will be attracted to learn technical game. They will be attracted to learn to be more masculine. They will be attracted to learn manipulation techniques. And I could go on and on and on about the different ways these men try to overcome the situation. Now, I'm not here to judge. I've also tried to learn technical game, pickup lines, routines, DHV, open loops, hoops, and I could go on and on about all these techniques. They have a certain impact on women, and you can definitely get some results. But it's not going to solve the issue that you're experiencing. And that's why, even though you've learned some pickup lines and all of that, you might still face the same problem of, like, you have a woman interested in you, she loses interest, she pulls away a little bit, you feel like shit, and then you sabotage the opportunity. That's because instead of going outside of yourself, meaning learning a pickup line, learning a routine, DHV and all of that, you have to go inward. You have to understand what's causing this internally. Because as you probably understand by now, it's not an external issue, it's an internal issue. The problem is not that she's pulling away suddenly, because this can happen. A woman is emotional. She's not always going to show you interest. You have to understand that for women, they are so emotional. Their hormones change constantly every week. This means that she's not the same person every week. You have to understand this. And if you don't know about this, I recommend the book The Female Brain by Luan Brizendine, I think. And you will be in for an eye-opening experience. You will see that women have a very different experience of life than us. So if you have expectation of her constantly showing you interest, you're living in a different planet, my brother. Because women are hardwired to go through different emotional changes, different hormonal changes as well, because hormones have an impact on emotions. So you cannot have expectation of her to constantly show you interest. It's based on falseness. It's not based on reality. So take that away, right? Don't focus on that. Instead, you want to look inward on how you react to when she pulls away, to when she loses interest. Because maybe she's not losing interest. Maybe you're interpreting it as loss of interest. But maybe she's just showing you less interest because she doesn't have the desire, because her hormones have changed. You know? This, you could have thought about it, but because you lack of knowledge about what women actually experience, you start blaming yourself, feeling not good enough, and all of this shit. But bro, the reality for a woman is very different than your reality, right? So what causes you to react in such a way that then you become needy, then you sabotage the dynamic, and then she flakes on you and you feel rejected, and then you feel lonely, you feel frustrated. Maybe you start blaming women because they're too emotional, they don't like you, they like the tall guy, the blah, blah, blah. You know, this is very, very common for guys, but they don't look inward. I had a call recently with a client that is dealing with this exact issue. And it has been happening for him for many years now. And he tried all of these things. He tried to be more masculine. He tried to learn techniques, to learn how to flirt and all of that. And it's still not working. And that's because deep inside, he has a fear of abandonment. Something that was caused by his mother, right? The way his mother was with him back then made him feel not good enough, made him feel to fear rejection, because his mother was not the best mother in terms of how to educate her children. Now, we're not here to blame mothers on how they educated us, because she didn't know any better, okay? So let's not play the blame game here. But we also have to understand that the relationship we had with our parents had a massive impact on our way we think, the way we behave, and so many other things. And if we don't understand that, how can we get out of this pattern?
You know, I've made some choices that I'm stuck with.
Because these patterns have been created in the past. Because if you wouldn't have this fear of rejection, right? This deep fear of abandonment, then when a woman pulls away, it's okay. You don't panic. You don't want to seek her validation. You don't want to act needy, because there's no need. It's not an urgency. It's okay if she pulls away. Your life is good whether she's in it or not. And that's the whole point of why we want to do the internal work, to solve these internal issues. Because we want to be okay whether we have women in our life or not. When you come from this place of truly loving the fact that you're single, it doesn't matter if a woman pulls away or not. If a woman loses interest a little bit, your life is okay, whether she's in it or not. So you want to deal with this internal block as a way to get out of this trauma loop and then show up more authentically, so that whether she likes you or not, you are confident, you are the man, you are masculine, you are attractive. You feeling attractive, you feeling confident, you feeling masculine has nothing to do with what women do to you. Meaning, if a woman is not attracted to you, it doesn't affect your self-worth. It doesn't affect your confidence. It doesn't affect your level of attraction, right? You are worthy whether she's in your life or not. This is the place you want to get into.
That's my goal.
There you go.
Oh.
You have to identify, okay, what is leading me to act this way? What is leading me to seek her validation? What is leading me to double text? What is leading me to act butthurt when she pulls away a little bit? What is leading me to blame women for not liking me, right? What is leading me? And you will see that it usually comes down to a fear of abandonment. which is due to the relationship of your mother or your father, or maybe an experience that happened at school, when usually the first love experience that you have at school can be traumatic if it was painful. So let's say like you show your interest to a girl at school and she rejects you. That can be super painful for a child, right? And if he doesn't know how to process that pain, then it can become a trauma. And when you have a trauma this way, it will manifest in your dating life more than you think, right? I will not talk about the internal work, like the specific internal work that you need to do in this video. There are other videos in this YouTube channel that you can check. So make sure to subscribe, check out these other videos. But really, this is the key. You don't have to look elsewhere and be more masculine, learn techniques and all of that. You're going to waste your time if you do this. You just have to go internally. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to happen like this. But I'm really telling you, like for me, it worked like this. When I started to deal internally with this issue, it just vanished at one point. It was fully integrated and I could show up confident, masculine, attractive without having to fake it, without having to pretend to be the alpha, without needing to use any techniques or any of that. And that's it's a very peaceful place to be in. Imagine talking to a woman not needing to do anything because the very way you are is enough in itself. How would that feel? That would be so relaxing, right? That would be so peaceful. That would be pure freedom, right? And the crazy thing about this is that because you fully unplugged from her validation, you don't need her to like you anymore. She will be attracted to you. This is the place you want to get into, my brother. Thank you for watching. If you want a free course on how to attract one date opportunity every week, there's a whole framework that I teach in this course. You can get it in the link down below in the description. It's really for free. You just have to give me your email. I will not spam you, don't worry. And you can actually work on this internal issue because I teach one specific tool in this course. So you see, I'm not just teasing you in this video. I can also give you some value. You just have to get this free course and you have it. Thank you for watching. I see you, my brother.